This is a 13 weather impact alert.
We are in the last week of August and summer is far from over. We're under a 13 weather impact alert, with heat and humidity making it feel close to 100 degrees.
And as a result, late today, Grand Rapids Public Schools announced it's canceling classes for tomorrow. So let's get right on over to Chief Meteorologist George Lessons. George, tell us how long this is going to last and what we should expect.
The highest impacts will be from late morning through the early evening hours, and we have our weather impact criteria to show you here at the present time. When is this going to occur? It'll be all day tomorrow, especially from 10 in the morning until about 8 or 10 in the evening. Impacts will be from the hot temperatures and very high dew points, very humid tomorrow. So you'll need to get it to a place that you can cool off, like air conditioning. And if you need to be outside, you need to hydrate. Here's our Feels Like a Planner. The highest impacts getting about 95 or warmer between about noon and 8 p.m. tomorrow. So those are the times that you should be taking it easy. We have a number of excessive heat warnings from Chicago and Milwaukee back to the west, with a heat advisory here in West Michigan and surrounding that high impact areas. Not only do we have heat and humidity to deal with here with that impact day tomorrow, there's also the chance of some evening thunderstorms. We'll talk about those coming up.
It's not hard to guess why we're in that weather impact alert today, George. It is so hot out there. Juliet, I was shooting some video out on the side of the road this afternoon. Whoa.
Yeah, that's just she was saying. This was really hot to be working outside today. George, and it's going to continue through tomorrow.
That is correct. We have our heat peaking here tomorrow afternoon, and that's why we have issued that weather impact alert. Not only that, but tomorrow evening there's a possibility of some severe weather. We focused on the heat at the top of the show. We'll focus on the storms this half hour. Let's take a look at the 13 weather ball. It is green, no change to the hot, very humid weather pattern foreseen. It's also blinking bright. We have evening thunderstorms in sight tomorrow. A lot of haze in the air, some partly cloudy skies. It is definitely very warm and very humid. Good place to be would be at the beaches, where waves are running about 1 foot or less. And our live camera from the Grand Haven State Park there, 87 degrees. The wind is very, very light, and water temperatures have rebounded up into the low 70s. Still beach weather here as of late August. We've had some clouds, some cumulus clouds develop this afternoon, but we're focusing on some storms back to the west. These right here in Minnesota are breaking out. There are more back to the west, and these storms in Minnesota may get into West Michigan very late tonight, but I think it's going to fall apart before it does that. We have a slight risk from Grand Rapids north through tomorrow morning. But as I mentioned, the biggest threat will be back here in the Dakotas and Minnesota. And then during the evening tomorrow, we have a slight risk, category 2 out of 5, for some storms on their own to move through west of Michigan. Let's focus on these storms coming out of Minnesota. See, they're just going to fall apart. We will not see anything from those according to this model. And then late tomorrow afternoon, evening, right around 8 to midnight or so, we'll see that showers or thunderstorms roll through. About 80% of the area will see rain, and then that will push to the east. So that's the threat, besides the heat and humidity tomorrow, an evening shower or a thunderstorm. Beyond that, we're going to cool off. We're going to get rid of the heat and humidity by the weekend, and we will see temperatures fall to below average readings from September 1 through 5. Our average highs are in the upper 70s, and a high chance that we will also be dry during that 5-day period. So we've got some break in the weather coming our way. Overnight, it'll be muggy, upper 60s to low 70s. Skies will initially become mostly clear and then mostly cloudy as those storms fall apart and spread the clouds overhead late tonight. Around 70 to 71, another night where you'll have to have your air conditioning on. And here in the greater Grand Rapids area, we're looking at overnight lows in the low 70s. There may be a pop-up shower after about 2 a.m. from Grand Rapids off to the east in the morning. 13 on your side forecast. Weather impact day for Tuesday with the heat and humidity and the evening thunderstorms. Not so hot, not so humid on Wednesday, still mid-80s all the way through Thursday. Another chance of some afternoon showers on Thursday, and a better chance for Friday afternoon and evening thunderstorms that may impact the high school football games. And then finally some relief with some sunshine and cooler weather starting over the weekend. So triple digit threat here during the day tomorrow.
Ooh, going to be quite warm. Make sure you're staying very hydrated and can stay inside as much as possible.
You bet.
Thanks, George.
We've seen some of the impacts from our impact alert today as humidity and heat has combined for very uncomfortable conditions, enough to call school off in some locations. How long will that continue? 13 weather ball is green, no change to the hot and humid weather pattern for C. It's also blinking bright, not only heat and humidity in sight, but the possibility of some evening storms tomorrow night. This evening, we have partly cloudy skies for Rika. Just watch out for Rika's paws on those darker surfaces. Otherwise, we're going to give you a green paw for temperatures and the lack of rain overnight through tomorrow morning. 9.3 out of a 10-point scale for sunshine during the day tomorrow, so more sun than today. Just make sure you hydrate and get someplace cool. A wind still very light here tomorrow, so all of our green energy coming from the sun. We've had a few fair weather cumulus clouds this afternoon. We're tracking some storms developing back here in Minnesota. That one right there looks like that one is going to track more to the west and northeast and northeast from the west and southwest overnight. So we will just see partly to mostly cloudy skies as that storm system comes on through. But if that does take a right turn, there is a possibility very late tonight, between about 2 and 5 a.m., that there could be one of those storms dying off as it moves into southwest lower Michigan. The main threat will be tomorrow evening between about 8 and midnight, when we'll see more storms redevelop. We'll show you that hour by hour. You can see those fair weather cumulus clouds. You see those storms in Minnesota? They're going on up into the western UP, and then they take a southeast dive along and north of US 10. So that'll miss most of West Michigan. These are the storms tomorrow evening between about 8 p.m. and about midnight or 2 a.m. and that'll be from I-96 southward. That's the storms that I'm a little bit concerned about. And then we will see a little bit less humidity in the air starting on Wednesday into Thursday, but sticking around through Friday, and we will see the dew points remain kind of high. Long range outlook, though, says we're going to change our weather patterns starting over the holiday weekend from September 3rd through the 9th, basically the first 10 days of September. An equal chance for warmer or cooler temperatures, so we are going to start to cool off, especially that Labor Day holiday weekend, and a high chance we will be drier than average. We've had a fairly dry pattern, so we could use a little bit of rain. For tonight, we're looking at muggy conditions, upper 60s north, low 70s south. Skies will become mostly cloudy as those dying showers and storms get in. It'll be generally north of Hart if they do indeed happen. Overnight lows around 70 to 71 in Greenville as skies become mostly cloudy. A muggy night also here in the greater Grand Rapids area. From Grand Rapids to the east, there could be a late night shower between about 2 and 5 a.m. that will push to the east. 13 on your side forecast. Highlighted Tuesday with a weather impact alert today. We'll hit 93 of an overnight low of 72, and then there'll be evening showers and thunderstorms, some of them strong to severe. Still hazy and very humid on Wednesday, up around 86. Thursday, a chance of some afternoon and evening showers with highs in the mid 80s, and a better chance of some showers and storms Friday into Friday night. And then here comes the relief. Last day of August on Saturday, a high around 80 with cooler temperatures to follow after that.
George, not that comfortable outside, and we really could use some rain too.
It has been a long time since we have seen meaningful rain here in West Michigan, but we're focusing on the heat that started today and will peak tomorrow. 13 weather ball is green, no change to our hot and very humid weather pattern foreseen. It's also blinking bright. We have possible strong to severe weather early tomorrow night. Temperatures today climbing into the upper 80s and even low 90s. 92, the hottest spot here in West Michigan, came within 1 degree of our forecast high. And I'm glad the weather team kept us on target all week long. Last week I was on vacation. We are now 41 days in a row where we have been within our target range. Now tomorrow we have a heat advisory that goes into effect starting at 10 in the morning till 10 p.m. The higher impacts, as we showed you at the top of the show, will be between about 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. Also, we have an air quality alert tomorrow. A clean air action day been declared for Muskegon, Kent, Ottawa, Allegan, and Van Buren counties because we're going to go from a moderate air quality today to unhealthy for sensitive groups during the day tomorrow. And then the peak of the heat wave will be going down a little bit later on this week. We've had a few fair weather cumulus clouds here this afternoon. We're tracking some storms in central Minnesota. Those look like they're going to stay north of the Grand Rapids area overnight. In our hour-by-hour forecast, we could show you that. Later on tonight, maybe east of Grand Rapids, there could be a sprinkle of rain or a shower that pops up. And any of those storms that come down from the north will stay to the north of about US 10 throughout the day. So a dry day tomorrow, just a lot of heat and a lot of humidity. Just stay comfortable. Another round of some storms developing. It looks like the latest round shows them along and south of I-96 between about 8 p.m. and about 2 a.m. So we have 2 rounds of storms, one well to the north late tonight and one tomorrow evening to the south. We are in a slight risk area for that. Dew points are going to start to drop, but that will not happen until late in the day on Friday. We'll get a little bit of a relief on Saturday and Sunday, but look at where the real fall weather comes on in. That is starting on Labor Day on Monday. In case you missed it last Friday, the long range outlook from the 7th through the 20th says we have an equal chance for warmer or cooler temperatures. The warmer chances are back to our west and south, and an equal chance for more or less precipitation. We could use more. The higher chances for that will be along the eastern seaboard. So for tomorrow, we have that heat advisory going into effect at 10 a.m. for all of the lakeshore areas, and that clean air action day from Muskegon County southward, as skies will be partly cloudy to mostly sunny. Mid and upper 80s to near 90, about where you were today. Around 90 to 92 with that heat advisory, with partly sunny skies. And here in the greater Grand Rapids area, we have that clean air action day for Kent County down through Allegan County, highs in the low and mid 90s. 13 on your side forecast. Highlighted Tuesday with that heat and humidity, and then evening thunderstorm impact. 93 tomorrow, 86 on Wednesday, 85 on Thursday. There's a chance of some afternoon and evening showers on Thursday, a better chance for showers and thunderstorms on Friday into Friday night, and then that cooler and less humid weather arrives just in time for the holiday weekend.